Hello, hello, hello. This is Tom from Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures. Today's video coming up is the foreigners are having a hard time in the Philippines, and some guys are emailing, so these are some answers. Our guys having a hard time here in the Philippines. What makes them having a hard time, you know? And what I mean by that, they've been having a hard time adjusting. Things are a little different now, of course, according to the honey badger situation. So here are the few reasons that I've thought about this, and I've had a hard time talking to a lot of them really having a hard time financially, mentally, physically, just having a hard time. Certain areas are on requirements for the elderly to get elderly retirees like myself to get the honey badger shot, the vaccine. A lot of guys are saying, should I, shouldn't I, will I, would I? And some are saying, okay, I'll go ahead and do it. But then, they find out later on, or they do things. So today I'm going to talk about that a little bit. Life is not, the main thing here is, it's not as it is in the Western culture. We are spoiled. We have medical, just drop of a hat, you get sick, you cut yourself, you go to medical center. If you have insurance or not, they'll accept you. You can go in and get that cut taken care of. There's been many a time where you just get cut and you just go directly to the medical center, and they'll patch you up and they'll just charge you a small fee. Some will ask you for insurance, some may not. Like fevers, things like that. So you're not going to get that here as quick, and you can have the same service, but may not be a doctor on staff that have to call him. Maybe he's working at the hospital. A lot of these doctors is like they do in the U.S., but they're few and far between here. May work at 2 or 3 different hospitals. One may own a hospital, but not travel to the hospital, to the medical centers that much, unless they're needed. Like clothes, you have a problem with clothes. Transportation's always an issue. The guys are really having a hard time with transportation, meaning they can't get there from here. They have to take a bus, a car, a bike, motorcycle, a boat, just to get somewhere. And a lot of times the guys are having a hard time with that. So if you're thinking about that, you might rethink. If that's going to be a problem, maybe you should rethink. I do have to say, we had a bus breakdown, Davao, not last year, year before last, and we were stuck on the side of the road. I mean, it's 100 degrees on the side of the road. It's hot, and so luckily we had plan B, plan C, and we always prepare for that. We have a friend that travels that path every day, and he has 5, 6, 7 vans scattered throughout that day, meaning that a van's always passing by every 30, 40 minutes to an hour. They schedule them like that on purpose to pick up the people and get the people that the buses don't pick up. He actually lives right down the road here. So we called him and said, hey, we're stuck on the side of the road, bus is not working, we'll forget our tickets, come pick us up. He says, hold on, hold on. Got on his other phone, call somebody. Believe it or not, we got lucky. Somebody's there in 15 minutes. So if you not prepared, got in a nice high-ace fan, aircon, kick back, watch the movie. Sometimes that happens. Food is an issue. Some of the guys are just saying, I just can't get the food that I used to get, and I'm really having a hard time with the food. Getting food, the taxis, the clothes. The key is here too, the Filipinos, most friendly people. The culture is the most friendliest culture that there is on this earth. You'll never meet a stranger. Someone will always give you respect, and someone will always say hi to you. And it's nice that way. I mean, you don't really realize how important that is for someone. I had to write a lot of this stuff down because when I did it I had a phone call, and then I ended up getting another phone call, and it's always, the phone calls are not good for me at this present time. Is someone close passed in the family, and so we've been trying to get that figured out. Groceries are going up, increasing. Prices of groceries, food's going up. It's went up at least 30-40%. I paid $6 for 2 containers of small pedigree for the dog. Brought here. I just bought coffee, a big container of coffee. Paid $13 for it. You can buy it for $5 to $7 at Walmart. The same brand, same thing. So you'll have to be prepared for that. But the reason I did this video is because the guys are saying, how do you deal with it? How are you getting along? Or you seem to be getting along better than most of us. And most of us are the guys scattered out throughout the Philippines. Down in Dumaguete, there's 3 guys down there that just said, we just don't like it down here. It's just too many Americans. Americans are not friendly. You see one on the street, they don't talk. You know, I have to say I'm pretty lucky where I'm at. I've been in Davao and CDO, and most of the Americans have been nice to me. They see me, they wave or whatever. They either know me or seen me or see me around. At one time in Davao, we were in Davao once a month, and we're always at the malls. So we would leave here and go there when we could travel with Ruth and I, or we just make that a monthly travel, or every 6 weeks, and stay there for a few days and come back. Same thing CDO. Here in town, they'll wave, say hi. Some may not, but you'll find that those are not what you think. They're American. They're Turkish, or they're from Iraq, Iran. We have a lot of people from Iraq coming in. We have a lot of people. There's a lot of people from Syria coming in. So there's a lot of Koreans. There's a lot of Koreans that you think you swear they're American if you're looking at them. But they're not. They're Korean. So, but really overall, we have a couple Koreans in our family, and they're really nice, good, honest people. I can make a phone call right now, and they'd be right here to help in any kind of trouble or any kind of need. Trouble meaning flat tires or need to lift somewhere. I had to call one time to pick me up somewhere that we had 2 flat tires the same day in my car, and had one flat. Drove about 3 more miles, had another flat on each side of my back, and then 2 hours later we get all that fixed. 2 hours later we go to town and the front tire's flat. So I said, we'll just put all brand new tires on here, like that's going to solve the problem. It never did. Still have flats on a tire, whether it's flat or bald or good tire or what. It's just the nails and the screws and the bolts and everything fall off the trucks here. And they fall off the trucks. And it's just the way it is. And sometimes nails are out there. So that's the way it is. So I want to thank everybody for always watching our videos. I want to thank everybody for spending their valuable time with me today. So thank you so much. God bless.